You're gonna believe what? The paganism customs of this world. These are all fables. Okay? You're gonna start believing all these things. Myths, that's it. Another word for fable is a myth. Okay? But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. So with this truth, you also got to make full proof. Full proof is what? Evidence of thy ministry, what you're doing. Now, you got another seducing spirit. You don't got to be out there. You're not supposed to be out there. Alright, yes, the scripture says Yahushua, he hid himself. But the scriptures also say Yahushua says be in season, out of season. And the scriptures also said be on the highways and byways, the streets and lanes. So again, there's a balance. But when you're not balanced, when you're not... This is what I'm saying. This is what the scriptures are saying. Okay? There's a balance. You make full proof of your ministry. So proof is you being seen. And not sometimes. You don't always got to be seen. You could also be behind the camera, but you're making proof of your ministry, that you're there, that you're present. Okay. So where else are we going to go to? Romans 12. Just flowing with the Spirit. Actually, you know what? Let's go to Galatians. Galatians 3. Foolish Galatians. Oh, foolish Galatians. Who have bewitched you? Right? So you were going to get men that would try to bewitch you. Okay? With their Jedi mind tricks. Okay? That you should not obey the truth. So who is the truth? The truth is Yahushua. So you were going to get men that they were going to try to not have you obey Yahushua. Okay? Before whose eyes Yahushua had been evidently set forth, crucified among you. This only would I have learned of you, received by the spirit of works of the law, or by hearing of faith. Okay? O ye so foolish, have begun in the spirit, are ye now made perfect by the flesh? Because you had individuals that would try to get them, they were teaching them it was all about the law, when Paul already was telling them, look, it's according to your faith. Okay? But they were leaning back, they went back onto the law, so they never had Yahushua. Okay? That's why it said, this only would I have learned of you, received ye of the spirit of by works of the law. Because it wasn't just by the law. Okay? Or by hearing of faith, because it's more so what? Hearing of faith. Okay? Are ye so foolish? Having begun in the spirit, because they began in the spirit, which what Paul was teaching them. Okay? Are ye now made perfect by the flesh? Because they were taught by others that it was all about what? The law. Okay? So that's what they resorted back to. Okay? Have you suffered so many things in vain, if it be yet in vain? Because now that means it's in vain. That means Yahushua's crucifixion would be what? Nothing to you. If you were just leading and upon the law yourself. Herefore that minister to you the Spirit, and worketh miracles among you, you doeth he it by the works of the law. So Paul was saying the miracles that were being done, was it by the law? No, it was by the spirit of faith. Okay? Even as Abraham believed the Most High. Okay? It's like, yeah, do it by the works of the law, or by the hearing of faith? No, the miracles were done by what? The hearing, what? Of faith. Even as Abraham believed of the Most High, and it was counted to him for righteousness. Okay? Know ye, therefore, that which are of faith, the same are the children of Abraham. They're the true children of Abraham. Those that what? That receive what? The works of faith. Because even before the circumcision of Abraham's circumcision, he still had what? The faith. Excuse me. And the scripture foreseeing that the Most High, Yahushua, would justify the heathen through faith, the elect, which were what? Israelite foreigners, would justify the heathen through faith, preach before the gospel unto Abraham, saying, in all nations shall be blessed. So then they which be of faith are blessed with the faith of Abraham. this is what it was about. A faith. Okay? Which actually made you a true child of what? The promise. So then they be of faith are blessed with the faith of Abraham. Verse 10, for as many as the works of the law are under the curse. This is what Paul was showing. Those that are many as of the works of the law are under the curse. That means you're still putting yourself under what? The law of what? The curse. Okay? The curses. Okay? For it is written, cursed be everyone that continueth not in the things which are written in the book of the law to do them. Okay? And that was written. And who was that written by? Moses. Right? When he sprinkled the blood upon the children of Israel. And that's where then what curses came in. Okay? But through the New Testament, we have that life, and the curses will what? Be what? Eventually lifted off us. Even though we're still through the curses. Why? Because that was part of the promise. That we did not stick to that agreement. Okay? Verse 11, but that no man is justified by the law in the sight of the Most High. Okay, no man is justified by the law in the sight of Yahweh Yahushai. It is evident, clear, for the just shall live by faith. So that's what the just were going to be doing. Okay? Living by faith. Okay? Through what? Yahushai. Through what? Yes, the New Testament, the New Agreement. Okay? Bear me just a minute. Okay? So seeing that we're on this topic, we might as well continue to speak on this. Bear me just a minute. So that's what we're living by. Faith. Okay? And it's always been that way. Okay? So let me see what else I can get. Okay, bear me just a minute. Stay on that same topic. Okay, we got Colossians. All right, let's go to Colossians. And all right, let's start Colossians 1. Actually, you know, we'll jump around. And 5. Start 4. For since we heard of your faith in Mashiach, this is speaking about the Colossians, the church of Colossae. Okay, another word for it was Colossae. And the love which ye have to all the saints of the Israelites, for the hope which is laid up for you in heaven. Okay. Whereof you have heard before the word of the truth of the gospel, which is come unto you as it is in all the world, because our people are scattered throughout all the world. Of the truth of the gospel, which is come unto you as it is all the world, and bringeth forth fruit, as it doth also in you, since the day ye heard of it. So when others teach this word, it's to bring forth fruit, so they can teach others also. And knew the grace of the Most High in truth, as ye also learn of Epaphras, our dear fellow servant, who is for you a faithful minister of Mashiach. So there was always, constantly, new individuals that would be added to what? Unto the ministry. Who also declared unto us your love in the Spirit. For this cause we also, since the day we have heard it, do not cease to pray for you, and to do to desire that ye might be filled with the knowledge of his will in all wisdom, okay, and spiritual understanding. Okay, so that was prayed for the fellow believers, that their understanding be what? Broadened. Okay, and that you might walk worthy of the Lord Jehovah, unto all pleasing, being fruitful in every good work, and increasing knowledge of the Most High. This also is what? Increasing in knowledge. And it takes a humble mind to increase in knowledge. That means you've got to be apt to listen as much as talk. Strengthened with all might according to his glorious power, unto all patience and long suffering. Okay, that long suffering, because Yahushua was long suffering. With joyfulness, giving thanks unto the Father, which has made us to be meet, to be partakers of the inheritance of the saints in light, who have delivered us from the power of darkness. The power of darkness was this world, this present world, and have translated us into the kingdom of his dear son. Yahweh Shai translated, change us, okay? Dead to this world but alive in Yahweh Shai, in whom we have the redemption through his blood, even the forgiveness of sins, who is the image of the invisible power, the firstborn of every creature. For by him all things were created, that are in heaven and in earth, visible, invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers, of things were created by him or for him. And he is before all things, and by him all things consist. Right? And he is the head of the body and the church, who is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, that in all things he might have preeminence, authority. Okay? So Yahweh Shai ultimately is what? The head of what? The church. Okay? And what's supposed to what follow under him, what was supposed to be what? Them joint what? Men with him, teaching this word in what? Sincerity and in truth. So with this lesson I went on for a little bit, but I'm going to shut off it, and Lord willing, Lord Ratazah, this was edifying, and until the next time, Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.